All right, welcome back to my channel. And on today's video, I want you to stick with me because this is one of the longest video you're going to have on my channel. And the reason is that we're talking about the heart today. Okay, how to clean your arteries in a natural way by the food you eat. And this is because cardiovascular disease is the number one killer. And so it doesn't matter your age because of lifestyle changes that people are having these days. And so by, watching this video, you can watch them in bits because I know there are medications out there to help prevent cardiovascular diseases. But as you know, I always want to combine the natural ways, the way you live, your lifestyle. And also, if you need medication, then you can be on medication because your arteries are like the highway for your blood. When they are clear, everything flows smoothly. But when they are clogged, your risk of heart disease, stroke, and even sudden health emergency skyrockets. The good news is that there are foods that actually help protect, even repair your arteries naturally. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And so in this video, I'm going to show you 7 powerful, heart healthy foods. And plus I'm going to explain the science behind it and also give you a meal ideas and share tips on how to make them part of your daily routine. Stick with me until the end because I'm also going to share with you an extra bonus tips on what to avoid if you want to keep your arteries very clear. This is very important. Now, the first one I want to talk about today is fatty fish. Fatty fish. Yes, you heard me right. Let's start with fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation inside your arteries. Now, you and I know that inflammation is one of the root causes of plaque formation in the arteries. So clinical studies have shown that eating fish at least 2 times per week actually lowers your risk of fatal heart disease. In fact, omega-3 lowers your triglyceride level significantly. And also, another benefit, it lowers your blood pressure. So if you have blood pressure, eating fatty fish is also another way of reducing your blood pressure. And it's also make the platelets less sticky to the arteries. So meaning that you have fewer clots in your arteries. Now, if you don't like fish, if you're a person who don't like fish, then you can try like plant-based omega-3 sources like the chia seeds, flax seed, and even walnut. Okay. But fatty fish gives you the most bioavailable form to lower the plaque formation because it's lowering the inflammation, because inflammation is the key. And so this is exactly what, this fatty fish are going to do for you. Now, let's put a meal together. What can you do to enjoy your fatty fish? Well, you can try grilled salmon with a side of leafy greens, or you can try sardines on a whole grain toast with avocado. That's yummy, very delicious, and also very heart friendly. Now, you can find fish everywhere, but I recommend that you actually try wild catch fishes because those are probably most beneficial. Those, some of them that are grown, artificially may have, certain remedies and premises. But if you can find a wild catch fish, I think that it might be very, very good for you. Now, let's continue. The next one, again, as I'm telling you, you can put this video, you can watch them in bits and come back because this is very important. All right. So the next thing that you want to look at is berries. Berries. Now, berries are not just sweet treats, okay? They are medicine for your arteries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, they are packed with antioxidants, especially a substance called anthocyanins. These compounds actually protect your artery wall from oxidative stress, a process that makes plaque thicker and more dangerous. And so this process can cause a rupture of your plaque, and it goes into your arteries, your heart, your brains. You get a stroke or a heart attack. And so what berries do is that they actually help lower your blood pressure, and also they lower your bad cholesterol, the LDL, whilst raising your good cholesterol, the HDL cholesterol. And this kind helps clean out excess fats from your blood vessel. So again, as you can see, berries are very important, not only the antioxidants, but they will lower your bad cholesterol, the LDL. And at the same time, they'll raise the good cholesterol, which is the HDL, which will keep your excess fats from your blood vessels and therefore making them clean. This is very important to know. The way you can, prepare berries, I mean, everybody is different, but most people would do like smoothies, all right, in the morning, and they drink it before they go out, and they get all the nutrients that they will actually get. The third ingredient, the natural way of keeping your arteries clean, is garlic. Everybody have heard about garlic, right? And the reason is that actually the chopped garlic and the crushed garlic, they release a substance, a compound called allicin. And especially if you make them stand for about 5 to 10 minutes before you add them to your food, it causes the release of the allicin. And this is what is going to help lower your blood pressure. It lowers your cholesterol, and it supports better circulation. In fact, the several studies have shown that Gallicin supplement, if you take the supplementation, can reduce the plaque buildup in the arteries by slowing down the calcification. It's like it's like the cement that is building up. Allicin will stop that calcification around the walls of your vessels. So allicin, it is the key ingredients. And again, like I said, when you chop garlic or you crush them, let them stand for like 5 to 10 minutes for the release of the allicin. That is very powerful for your blood vessel. That's where you get all the benefits from it. Now, what is the next ingredient that will help keep your arteries very clean? Leafy greens. Leafy greens, they are the best. Now I'm talking about spinach, kales, Swiss chard. They are loaded with nitrites. Okay. And when they get into your body, they are turned into nitric oxide. And if you know something about nitric oxide, it relaxes and widens your blood vessels, improving your blood flow, lowers your blood pressure. In fact, you can get a lot of this nitric oxide in other foods like beets, red beets. It has a lot of nitric oxide in it. All right. But the leafy green contains a lot of this. In fact, not only does it contain the nitrites, it also they're rich in vitamin K, which prevents calcium from hardening in the artery. Okay, vitamin K will help the calcium from hardening in the arteries. Think of it like preventing the cement from sticking inside your blood vessels. So leafy greens like, kale, you can, how do you prepare them? Well, many will prepare them differently, but a simple way is to blend some spinach into your smoothie, prepare some kale, soup and stew, and it'll taste fine. And you'll get all the benefits that we are talking about right now for your arteries. So these foods will help stop buildup of, plaques in your artery, lower your risk of cardiovascular disease. Now you're thinking, what is the next one? The next one, you probably know it, nuts. I'm not talking about going nuts. I'm talking about nuts. Nuts like walnuts, almonds, pistachios. I mean, these nutrients are hard powerhouses. I mean, what they'll do is that they'll give they'll actually contains healthy fats and also magnesium and plant sterols. And these prevents or lower your LDL, which is your bad cholesterol, and also those support the flexibility of the arteries. Magnesium relaxes the arteries, and these nuts are loaded with these substances. Okay. In fact, one large study that was done found that people who ate a handful of nuts 5 times a week had 20% lower risk of heart disease. That's huge, right? That's huge. And this is something that you can incorporate into your diet. All right. You can, snack it, get some nuts, get some walnuts, pistachios, almonds. Those are all yummy. And they actually benefit your hearts and your arteries. So the next time you see these, nuts, know that they benefit in you very much. And again, don't eat so much of them because they are very calorie rich. So, you get full very quickly, but they are very, very helpful for your heart and your arteries. I was thinking, what could be the next thing from my research that is very good for your arteries and for your heart? Well, it's olive oil. Olive oil. In fact, olive oil, especially the extra virgin, is the cornerstone of Mediterranean diet. And when you and I know that Mediterranean diet is one of the world's healthiest diet. In fact, it's one of the best eating patterns that you can adopt. The Mediterranean diet is one of the healthy patterns that you can adopt. And if you don't know anything about a Mediterranean diet, you can Google it and you know that it is one of the best ones. And what actually the olive oil does is that it's loaded with a what I call monounsaturated fats and polyphenols or polyphenols. This reduces inflammation and also protects the blood vessels and improve your cholesterol balance. In fact, inflammation is really the key. The key inflammation is so important when you talk about the health of a person. In fact, most GI doctors will tell you that your guts, all right, what you put in your guts is so important. How your body is going to regulate. In fact, your health is basically depend on what you put in your gut. So your gut health is very important. So the virgin oil, the extra virgin oil, you can use that instead of butter or margarine for cooking. You can put it on your salads, vegetables, or whole grain bread. So this is going to help improve your artery health. Now, the last but not the least, you guess what it is? Avocados. Avocados. In fact, avocados are very, very rich in potassium, fiber, and actually healthy fats. They lower your LDL cholesterol level and raises your HDL cholesterol and help keep your blood vessel very flexible. In fact, my mom used to eat avocados almost every day, and she lived up to about 95 years old. And the only medication that she took was losartan. In fact, she was even an asthmatic, but her asthma was well controlled. She lived to 95, functional 95 years old, until she transitioned, not long ago, a few months ago. But avocado was one of the best things that she had. She never used any of the margarines and all this. Avocado was her margarine and her butter. That's what she used on her bread. That's what she used when she ate plantain. She used avocados on almost on everything. And now I understand why she never had to take a statin or any of those things, because her cholesterol level was like a 20-year-old, because her avocados lowered her LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and actually increased her HDL. And she did this for many, many years. As far as I remember, even growing up as a teenage, mom was always will eat avocados. And in fact, to remember, she was always eating leafy greens, in the part of the world that she lived. Spinach was very, very prevalent. She has spinach, and there's another one in that area called contomere, is green, leafy green, that's what she enjoyed. And she'll add, avocado to it. So now I understand why she's doing that. This was way before I went to medical school. So mom probably knew the secrets. And in fact, they are also packed with antioxidants like lutein, which support the eyes and the heart health. Okay, so not only that, if a mom never used glasses, actually, she never even had cataracts. And so now I understand why she lived a very healthy life. And so these are the 7 foods that will benefit your heart. Now, I promise you a bonus. A bonus is what you need to avoid, because these things, if you don't avoid them, you're going to build plaque in your vessels, and that's going to be very, very, very dangerous to your health. The first thing you need to avoid is trans fats, okay, and added sugar, processed meat. These would damage your arteries, raises inflammation, and accelerate plaque formation and plaque buildup. So avoid these things, because the choices you and I make daily either causes the plaque to build up or the arteries to be very clear, so that there'll be good blood supply, and so that you and I can have a healthy life and our hearts can be protected. Now, let's recap. These 7 foods, I'm recapping again, that clears your artery. The 7 artery clearing foods, again, are fatty fish, berries, garlic, because of the allicin they release, leafy greens, nuts, olive oil, and avocados. Add this into your meals regularly, and you'll be giving your heart the best chance for a long life. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with people that you care about, because the heart is the number 1 engine of our body. And so until then, I want you to come back here weekly for science-based tips for your well-being. Again, remember, the 21st century, you're your own doctor. So having these in your portfolio will help you live a healthy life. I know this video has been long, but you can watch them in bits and keep them into your portfolio. Until then, this is Dr. Moses.